You talk about my lowered numbers. You could place a lot of that on Nick, most likely.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I love that we're just getting it out. Get it out.
So yeah,
I mean, I have PTSD with shooters gotta shoot. I have PTSD. I full on like just watching you guys stream, and then Mike and Nick are on top of the water tower, and Nick's aiming at a dude who's like way out of Nick's range. Don't just like so should we shoot? And, like Mike's like, no, don't shoot. And Nick immediately pops, misses. Gets shot, broken. He jumps, leaves Mike alone up there, and Mike just gets shredded. I'm like, yeah.
And then it just snowball. Like one wrong decision like that could just snowball. And I'd say Nick is like a Hall of Famer in terms of making the wrong decision.
So the question then doubles back to, and Chris Ank, I'll give it to you, the floor. Like, these are these like moments you all love when you joke about it. Will you stop talking to Nick up until you guys buried the beef, as Nick says, at Tim's wedding? Like, why was that? What happened, and why was that the one that pushed you over the edge to not talk to Nick?
All right, I'm gonna clear the air.
It's cathartic.
Let's get it out.
It is, because Nick has told the story wrong every single time.
Thank you.
No,
classic.
not him.
At least he's involved in this story, unlike where he usually he wasn't part of the story, but then made himself.
So I gotta rewind to a week before that night. And we were playing. It was Nick gets into this thing of like, we all got to be matching skins. We all have to like look together. We got to be a squad, because he keeps getting confused by every other matching skin. And it's like a valid like decision to make of like, no one knows what teammate they're shooting, or no one knows who they're fighting because everyone keeps swapping out and they all look the same.
Yeah,
like it's good for confusion.
You think that
And
they're
it's
like, you think you broke somebody's armor, but you see the same duplicate skin. It's like, oh shit, this person isn't the one that I broke their armor. Damn it, I fucked up here. You know,
it's like, oh, Snoop's broken, and then another Snoop starts shooting him. Like, that guy's not broken. What are you talking about? And like, no one knows. It's valid.
A lot of Snoop Dogs out there. A lot of 21 Savages out there.
21. Can you do something for me?
So that night, and we're playing ranked as well. So we're playing ranked, and we're trying to get Nick up. And I think Mike and I are like plat 3, and Nick is still in gold. And so part of the thing with ranked, Greg, is that when you start a match, you put in points. So you're basically like upfront cost to try, and you have to earn that back and then get hired.
Okay.
So this night, for some fucking reason, whenever I'm weak, it always fails us. And I'm like, all right, Nick, you want to try everyone matching the same skins? Okay. But the skin we all had were Snoop skins. And 3 games in a row, Mike and Nick are so confused by who's who. We lose 200 points in D rank. And I was furious that night. So that's night 1. So we cut to like have to climb that back up over the next 4 days. And then it's now the following week. We're playing off stream, which is good to know because Washburn's in the Discord with us. And we're running again, and we're having kind of a rough night, I think. I think we get a little bit of points that night. And this one game, it's always the same rotation, and it shows you the rotation. You land on the patio at Chem, and I land in the exact same spot for a year. I land behind the furthest left AC thing. I'm always there. You land patio, then you can loot up, have space if you need to adjust. Mike will sometimes go rogue and land at the bottom and not tell anybody so you can grab a contract. The whole lot of it's like little kids with like dangling keys, but they're in their 40s, and it just keep like, oh, thing, and then Mike will grab a contract, and Nick will run to go do the contract, and I'm like, cool, there's 4 teams in this building. Where the fuck are you? And they're like, well, Mike did a thing, and he's like, well, we need money, Chris. I'm like, I need to live more than 30 seconds to use the money, Mike. So we're having a thing. So we land the patio, and I land in my exact same spot to grab my guns, and Nick and Mike always kind of land a little bit weird. They don't have good discipline about landing. Yeah. Discipline. And they're close to the door to go into Chem, and Nick sees someone run in. And I'm like, hey, there's 3 teams here. I can see 3 teams land. Nick goes, oh, I see a guy in the door. Let's push it. So Mike and Nick just like rush the door. And I'm like trying to grab a gun to like give them cover. And as they run in, they don't see the guy fly above them. That then lands behind me, shreds me, and then Mike and Nick get down immediately because there's 4 guys looking at them, and then go, Chris, what happened? And
it's a great question. What happened?
I was so angry, and then they were like, Wash was like, shooters got to shoot, Chris, and I was so furious. I'm pretty sure I yelled "fuck you" so loud. I think 3 neighbors heard me. And then progressively after that, we run 3 more games in which we lose 300 more SR because they just lose it at that point. And it gets to the point that after that 3rd match, Mike's like, should we run another? And I'm like, nope, Alt F4, Alt F4. And I didn't talk to them for weeks. To the point that Mike's like, I think we got to send them flowers. I was fucking livid. And yeah, it took us, and then, I mean, part of the bit, like Nick did get busy with Tim's wedding. So like, we just didn't have time to actually play anymore.
New merch alert! We brought back the Portillo hat and t-shirt in new colors, as well as a stylish crew neck. I also wrote a children's book about Portillo, and you loved it so much that we sold out in just 3 hours. Wow, thank you! But fear not, we're doing another limited run. So if you want one, head over to kindafunny.com/store, click the books page, and hit notify me when available to make sure you know when it goes live. And while you're there, grab a few shirts for your friends.
And, you know, I don't think they've learned from any of that.
No, not at all. Of course not.
I still have to like, where the fuck are these kids running? And I think Mike, you're a little bit better about grabbing a contract right off the rip with no guns.
That's happened often where we were streaming something one day here at the studio, and Mike was just on my last fucking nerve, and like I remember him asking me, what are you doing tonight? You want to shoot something? I was like, I don't know, man. You really like it. You got me so exhausted today. Like you wore me out. He was like, okay. And the next day he was like, hey, if you want to shoot something, let me know. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know I pissed you off, but like, if you want to play, I think it may have been one of the Helldiver streams where he was just going rogue, trying to make his own fun because he was like not having fun with the game anymore. And like, well, you don't have to make my experience worse. And then but I'm sorry that Wash also jumped in that moment, Chris, because a lot of times I'll jump in and also be the guy like, Chris, you gotta shoot. I know it's the worst.
Timing. I was just so fucking mad.
I know it's the worst. I sent through a clip that we could kind of round out the show with. This is a great one that I sent to Assets Barrett, and it's a moment from one of our sponsor streams, and I just want you to understand that Nick is near the final circle, and he's about to be running into the smoke. He reses me. I forget what happens, but he somehow survives the situation and also just has zero awareness at all times.
Of course.
But Greg,
let's chill. Let's chillax.
For 3 years.
One team might be here. Right here. Real close. Danger close. Just broke. I'm up the hill.
There's that.
We won.
Let's go.
We won.
Yeah. Oh, this isn't the clip. What
I can't believe I lived.
Oh, yeah, here
I'm
it
the
is.
boy who lived.
Oh, dang, did the clip cut out there?
No, I paused. You said it was.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, it definitely was the one. My bad. It kept going. Evan Yon edited this one. He said, "I'm the boy who lived," and then he ran into the smoke.
Rewind it one. Yeah, rewind it a little bit.
I'm up the hill.
There's that.
We won.
We
won. Yeah.
I can't believe I lived. I'm the boy who lived. Oh, I went right into the fucking.
Oh no! God damn it!
So he got a firefight and then ran into the smoke.
And it was me just, and like for the next 30 minutes was me just going like, are you like, how do you have negative awareness in that way? He's just so special. He's a special guy. I love Nick. I thought this was going to be the full clip, but Evan did a lot of editing to it, so that's all it was. Great job, Evan, on that clip. Evan Yon, who always like sort of clips out of moments, but
Chris, keep in mind he's been playing for 3 years.
It's
he
like,
knows how the gas works.
I always feel so bad about my terrible like ADHD and like zero awareness.
Yeah.
And one moment that I will always laugh about is Mike being like, "Dude, we were playing quads, and it's just me and Nick at the end of a circle, and the smoke is coming in, and there's another sort of team here and there. It's the final seconds. This match could end in 5 seconds, And I hear ching 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 ching. And I look, and Nick is looting a cash register. And I'm like, Nick, what the fuck are you going to buy right now? Why are you looting? Look, like, check the door. Make sure that we're not getting pushed. There's nothing to buy. Why are you looting right now? And he sort of had that moment of self-realization, like, oh, yeah, you're right. But he's just like, he is the most undiagnosed adult ADHD person I've ever met playing a video game. And he needs help.
I love you, Nick.
I love this turned into a Nick Rose.
I figured it would eventually. I figured it would get
easily
well,
done
that's
it.
the whole thing, right? Where it's like, if we're talking about Warzone in 2024, in the review of it, so much of it is tied, especially for this panel with you guys, playing together and what it's the Warzone stories, right, of how this all is.
Yeah.
We got a lot of great stories too, and so many more. It's been an absolute blast. It's been a lot of fun, and the game is a really good time to play still to this day. I enjoy every minute I get to play with the guys. It's a great time.
Andy, you didn't score. What would you have scored Call of Duty Warzone in the year of our Lord?
Like an 8 when we win, but like a 4 when we lose. Like when people are slide canceling around me and breaking my ankles in the game and like doing their TikTok like movement god type shit, it's so annoying, and that's where I just want to alt F4 when it's just a person running in, jumping, shooting. It's like I hate this. I hate what the internet has turned this game into. If there weren't streamers and like degenerates like myself streaming this game, and the pros out there that all the kids want to be like, I would have so much more fun with this game. But I'm aware of it, and I know who they're watching and who they're emulating, and it's just I hate every second of it. There was that great moment where you get the little kill voice thing after you kill somebody in the game, then you hear the last seconds of their mic, of their live mic.
Yeah.
And like a great moment of mine that I clipped out, put out way back. I was like, oh, I see it, dude. I'm sniping it. Pop out using like my car. I killed him, and I just heard, like this game has been so much about the moments that I think back in those, and like I smile a lot more than I think about the frustrations with the game's crashing or just being like, why is this dude in this lobby? You don't belong here with us, you know. But yeah, it's a great time.
And from the vibe I get, obviously, you guys, you lose more than you win, yeah?
Oh yeah.
I mean, you don't. It's hard to win a battle royale match, but every night you call it a win if you win at least once in a game night session. You know, if you get one win, it's like, hey, we got to win. Like, fuck yeah, good shit. Now, I don't play ranked like Nick and Chris and Mike. I did it a couple times and was like bronze, and I kind of fell off. And also, ranked has only ever been trios, so I can't jump in with them. Because no, Mike, I'd do anything to be in that lobby with you, man. I love gaming with you so much. And I'd be there day one, but they don't allow me to. Like, what am I going to do, right? But if you can walk away one night and go, we got a dub and we got second place in another one, like, as long as you're not getting taken out immediately within the first 10 minutes, and you know you had a good night. Good night.